Hello and welcome. My name is Maddie Kuhn. I am Homemade's head coach and nutritionist, and I'm joined here today by Marie. Say hi, Marie.
Hi, everybody.
She has been with us since September 2023 and has been doing amazing work in healing a relationship with food and has gotten great results. So we're just going to share her story today. It's going to be great. Marie, I would love you to kick us off by telling us all about what kind of health issues you were dealing with prior to joining.
Okay, so prior to joining Homemade Method, I was overweight. Um, I had high blood pressure. I had diabetes. I also frequently had issues with irritable bowel syndrome. Um, and my weight, the last time I weighed was 179, but I know that it went up farther than that.
Yeah,
um yeah.
yeah,
um and I was very busy. I was very busy and um not conscientious about what I was eating, where it came from, all of those things.
yeah. You had mentioned to me before that it was like 30 years that you were dieting. Once you had children, you were just on dieting on and off for like
On and off.
30,
Yeah, I'd
30
lose, I'd
years.
gain, I'd lose, I'd gain. But
Yeah,
the last probably 10 years before joining, I think I just mostly gained and gained and gained.
yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
And you had mentioned that you were eating a lot of fast food. Can you tell us
Oh
a little
yeah.
bit?
Um, I thought about food all the time. I thought about what I was going to eat, uh, where was the closest fast food restaurant to pick it up from, um, if I had coupons or who had the biggest sale. Um, and I, I really didn't care about where my food came from or who cooked it or how it was cooked. I just cared about eating, and my mind was constantly on what was I going to eat next. And I really didn't pay any attention to all those other things, which is so different from what I am now. And I don't know if it's everywhere, but we have McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever, and they're like, when you make your order, they'll say, "Would you like to supersize that? Have the bigger fry and the bigger drink and all of that stuff?" And I would almost always say yes, of course. And would you like a cookie with that? Yes, yes, I would. And I uh, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about what you do now. What is your cooking like now?
Now I think about food all the time, also. But what I think about with regards to my food is it healthy? Um, where did it come from? Who's going to cook it? That's going to be me. Okay. Um, and, is it nutritious? How does it make me feel? I guess, too, also by learning to listen to my body, I've found that I cannot eat a full meal anymore. My husband and on the rare times when we go out to eat, we share a dinner, and that's more than enough. And the other thing is, the few times that we go out, many of the restaurants bring bread to the table.
Yeah.
So they bring that up first. So I will immediately, when they ask what you want to drink, and I always just drink water because that's what I love, I immediately say, "Could you please bring a salad out with the bread?" So
I
that
love that.
I can just eat the salad, because otherwise I would eat the bread and then I wouldn't eat my dinner. Um, I eat much better food, almost nothing fried, actually, probably never anything fried. I love salmon now. My husband and I both love fresh fish. I have uh, a person that lives in the house I used to live on the river, and when he catches a lot of fish, he brings me the fish, which
Oh,
is nice.
that is so
Yeah.
amazing. So
And I started a garden, so I'm growing some of my own food.
I love this. This is like such a transformation in terms of what you're eating, right? You're going from kind of rushing through these different diets, you're busy, you've got small ch children, you got decades passing where like things are just building and then the diets aren't working anymore. You're just
Right,
gaining. You're eating a lot of fast food. Every time there's an offer to supersize, you're going for it until you decide that that's enough, that's not working anymore, and you want to change. And
right.
you've totally transformed the way that you eat. You're thinking about the ways that your food is nourishing your body instead of just
Yes,
what's the quickest, easiest route to food in my mouth. You are making healthy food choices. You are cooking your own food. You're starting to grow your own food. So
yes,
impressive. And one of the things that stuck out to me most about what you just said is that you're learning how to listen to your body, which is the most important thing when coupled with what you eat. It's how you eat. You are eating enough to feel satisfied, and that's what's getting you these incredible results. So let's talk about those results. How much do you weigh now? If you don't mind us telling.
I weigh 135, which from 170, it might have been 180 something, if I had weighed right before I joined HMM. Um, and I feel better. My labs prior to that were off the chart. My blood sugar was high, my triglycerides and all of that was high. My liver enzymes were off. Pretty much everything that they looked at was off. And now all of my labs are normal except for one, and that's the glucose, which,
Oh, yeah.
I'm still working on that with my endocrinologist for my diabetes.
I am so proud of you. You've lost a significant amount of weight. You look incredible. Your skin looks amazing.
I
So,
feel good.
yes, I
Yeah,
love hearing
I
that.
feel good. You
Good.
know,
You've reduced your
I enjoy
cholesterol.
being
Yeah.
outside. I used to be hot all the time. Now I'm cold, but it's easier to put on a sweater than it is to take off all your clothes.
Yes. I
So,
love it. But getting all of your labs like into normal range, that's
yes,
so impressive. And I know that with like some tweaks and a little bit more time, we'll get
yeah.
your blood sugars right as rain. I
Yeah. My
absolutely.
doctor even commented when he sent me in my chart, my last labs, he said, "Your labs look great. Keep up what you're doing.
Yeah,
Whatever you're doing, keep it up."
that is incredible. Having that kind of support from your doctor is so amazing. It's so important. That makes me really happy to hear. And it also makes like future appointments feel so much more doable, right? You're not
Yeah,
feeling
I'm
as
excited
nervous.
to go. I'm actually excited to go for my next appointment.
Yeah, because you get to see all the hard work you've been putting into your habits.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is doable for you for like the foreseeable future?
I can't imagine going back to the way that I used to eat. Um, they say the way to a man's stomach, heart is through his stomach. My husband is exactly that. So he's
Yeah.
always loved everything I cooked, but now he's super happy because he too wants healthy food, and the only thing really that he hasn't cared for is lentils and the quinoa. So I just cook him a little bit of rice, but
Yeah,
that's and beans. He has a little bit of a problem with beans, but everything else he loves. He's so happy.
that is
And
so great to
we
hear.
used to spend every Sunday like at church. Now we have church, and then I do prepping. I do all my prepping on Sunday.
I love it. You found a rhythm that works for you. How
Yeah.
beautiful. That is so impressive. I absolutely love hearing all of this. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
You've made such incredible strides, and I know that like you got this. Like it's very clear that you feel confident about the habits you've built, and
Yes.
that is everything to see like I can keep this up. I feel great. Can't even imagine going back.
Right.
Those are
Yay.
magic words for me to hear. Thank
Yes.
you so much for joining me today. I'm so inspired by you. I know so many others are as well. It's impressive, it's beautiful, and I'm
It's
excited.
worth it. It's worth it. It does take a little time and effort, but once you get used to it,
Yeah,
especially like the prepping and that kind of stuff, once you kind of get a hold of of what you need to do, my priorities I think are different. My priorities now, instead of knitting. I mean, I still knit, or instead of reading a book, I read now when I go to bed.
Yeah.
But my priorities are cooking and preparing healthy, nutritious food for my husband and myself.
I love that. And it's paying off.
Yeah.
It is paying off, girl. You are doing amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the members only group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.